Markets are selling off. What's going on, guys? Johnny Trades back with another video and video recap or trade recap, I guess. But overall, I wanted to showcase to you that the markets have sold off. This morning, I traded this morning and I was looking at this area here of 613.18 for the overall NASDAQ. And man, did it take a huge dip back down to some crazy levels, selling off all the way down to 582 and dropping. This thing is still selling off. As you can see, all my indicators are just insane right now under that MACD, and this is actually the first time in quite a while that this has pulled back so much. And honestly, it's not that big of a pullback, right? I mean, if you figure going up from $400 up to 600, that was a 53% return. I'm sorry. Yeah, 53% return, over $214 per share for QQQ since back in April of this year. And so we're finally seeing a significant pullback. Now, obviously, with everything going on, I don't really want to pinpoint each little thing that's happening, but you guys are aware it's not only political, it has a lot to do with overall all-time highs. We're in a meme stock territory right now. We're also having to deal with tariffs and many other things. Again, I don't want to get into much detail about it, but we are seeing some crazy pullback this day with the overall market. Now, it did flatline for a few days here from Wednesday, Thursday, and now Friday with a significant pullback falling below this moving average. I wanted to go long on sound before it pulled back. And we're going to go over that in just a second. Now, for everyone who is not aware, let's go back to some old school trading here. I thought about trading SQQQ. Now, the last time I traded SQQQ, which is a triple leveraged inverse ETF, which goes against the market. So it wants the market to go down. When the market goes down, SQQQ goes up. And honestly, that would have been the trade to take today. I thought about it. It broke this moving average here. And man, if I would have taken that spot, we would have been up $2 per share. We're around 14%. Now, I hate to do that to myself. Hindsight 2020. Don't beat yourself up if you didn't take this trade either. Don't get involved with any FOMO because, again, the markets have a longer history and a longer track record of actually performing well and being bullish. This is just a minor sell-off that we are dealing with here, but a beautiful trade for anyone who took that SQQQ position today. And man, I'm telling you, I got some FOMO today. I wish I did take that position, but I just didn't feel right taking it, as again, the overall market has been extremely bullish. As you can see, SQQQ has been selling off dramatically. I would have hated to buy at 14 and it actually go down to 13 or 12 or 10. So overall, though, the market is selling off, and man, is it a dramatic sell-off indeed. From highs of 613.18 this morning to lows of 582.04. That is a 5% sell-off in the overall market. Now, that 5%, of course, resulted in a 16% profit on SQQQ, but I just did not feel comfortable taking it. Now, before this sell-off did happen, we were testing this moving average here. I'm sorry, not the moving average, the overall resistance level, the all-time high of 613.18 with QQQ. I said, you know what, maybe I'll take a position with sound, and we're going to go ahead and recap that now. Let me go to chart settings, trade, and we're going to go down to show trading intervals. And so we did a great job by managing our risk. We had no choice, right? We had to do it. I did buy back into it just a moment ago, just to showcase that I did sell. I had my one lucky share, but we bought just 5 shares. It was a small position. I wanted to get my feet into the game if it did push up. I was expecting this to push from, easily 18 maybe to 19 to $20. My price target was 20. We called it out in the Discord, and unfortunately it lost that support. At one point we were up, I believe, I don't think we're up by much. I think we're up like maybe 1.5%. That is where I should have locked in profits. I didn't. I thought it could go much higher. And it actually broke this support right here and sold off. Sold those 5 shares at 18.02, and it only resulted in a $4 loss. And that's what's so great about starting your position size very small. If I would have took a 100 share position, then we could have been down closer to maybe $50, right? Buying at 18.90, selling at 18.02. That would have been close to 90 cents per share. 100 shares, that would have been close to 90 or $100 loss. But because I started out small, I didn't like the choppiness, not only of sound, but also the choppiness of the overall market this morning. I just didn't like all this consolidation. And this is what I was looking at here. It hit that 613 and got rejected. It was holding above this level, and I just didn't feel right about going long with it anymore. And that's when we decided to get out of that position. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get out till way down here. After it broke that 1809 support, right at that level, 1809, I thought maybe we'll get a nice little bounce back up. We didn't. I sold at 1802, which I'm still very happy with because it actually sold off down to 1585, which is insane. I ended up buying one share just so that way I can showcase that to you that we were down the $4, but of course it's went down just a little bit more. So I did buy right here, and I am actually considering buying a little bit more. I do believe I have an open position. Let's go ahead and modify this, and we are going to put this to well, I guess I like 16. If this does get rejected off of this level, then it would come down more and I would potentially get filled for just a few shares at $16. So if it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, not a big deal. I don't believe the markets are going to necessarily sell off anymore because it was a dramatic day for us. It was a dramatic day for us all. It looks like it's going to be maybe possibly bouncing off of that 45 EMA or this blue line. Now, it doesn't have to. This can definitely sell off even more. So what a lot of people are doing in this sector is they're locking in profits. Locking in profits at these all-time highs, waiting for that pullback, and then deciding, okay, hey, I'm going to get into another position when it makes sense, okay? And that's the biggest thing that I wanted to showcase today. We want to make sure we get into a position when it makes sense. So let me showcase that to you again here with sound. I want to get in when it bounces, and it looks like it has a potential opportunity to bounce right off of this moving average. As you can see, its sound is very bullish since $8, $9, pushing up, remaining above this moving average recently. And now this could be a potential great area to catch that bounce and to buy the dip. So I am excited about that. It doesn't mean it has to. So I do have my alert set. I'm going to set it at 1585. So if it breaks that new support that it's created, then obviously I won't add any more to my position. If it could somehow start getting and making its way above, 1640, 16, 50, then that would be solid area to potentially bounce and get back up to some new highs. Now, again, very risky trading in a market that is selling off, but you also don't want to catch any FOMO, right? You don't want to catch FOMO for missing out when this does begin to rally. So a lot of people locking in profits today. And hey, we did a great job by managing our risk. Losing $5 is, well, it was like $4 earlier. Now it says 5 is nothing. Losing $5 is nothing, guys. Not a huge deal at all. And I'm happy with the way that we played this out. Now, obviously, I would have loved to make a bunch of money, add to my position as this went up, and that just was not the case. These moving averages mean something, and when you know how to identify these moving averages, you know how to identify uptrends and downtrends, then you will also become more successful. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap video. I do have a series or a learn to earn lesson library that will help you better understand moving averages, uptrends, downtrends, as well as a variety of other indicators and different ways that you can make money and learn how to be a more successful trader. It's free. All you have to do is go to my YouTube playlist. It's about 10 or 12 videos, and that'll give you the whole rundown of how I trade and am finding success in the stock market. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's recap. For everyone who's still watching, thank you for your support. And also, the markets will be closed on Monday. So let's make sure we're aware of that. We're not holding too many positions overnight where we want to. Um, we're going to go ahead and take this trade because it looks like it's doing really well. Let's go ahead and modify this. Okay, Monday the markets are closed, so I do want you guys to be aware of that. We're going to go 1635. Yeah, that's really pushing up. 1642. We're going to wait to see if this gets rejected, but other than that, guys, again, the markets are closed, so I want to make sure that you guys are aware of that when because it is happening, okay? I will see you guys on Monday. Nonetheless, we'll still get in, maybe look at the markets and see what any potential setups there may be. Due to the market being closed on Monday, we won't have a Sunday night stock talk. We'll do it on Monday night. So thank you for your time. Like always, remember, let's end the year on a green note. And don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You guys have a great weekend.